Right to the streaming. Hey, LePedro. What happened to the old fortress? So what ended up happening was a tantrum spiral hit at the same time that necromancers had infiltrated my base, and so strikers or something, they were assassinating within the tavern while the fist fighters were, everyone was fist fighting. So people were just dying left and right, and then the necromancers came in actual force. They literally sieged down the base, the fort. And by siege, I mean they just walked in because no one would pull one freaking lever and stop them. I, in my last moments, tried to dig out the volcano itself to flood the place and just have a cleansing fire, but it didn't work, unfortunately. Just give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Just needed to check on something real quick. Okay, but yeah, so that was the end of the fort. Veru, our Veru carpenter, was the only survivor, and unfortunately I just abandoned the fort and him to deal with the mess, and we started anew last night. We got only the beginning bit in. We got to choose the location, generate the world, and we kind of embarked. We got the starting. So we have nothing built, and I was like, well, before I go to work today, one of the things that would be a lot of fun is if I had the opportunity to kind of get, you know, the beginning base set up. Just to wiggle. How you doing, LePedro? How's your day so far? So yeah, Region 6. No more. Doing good? Well, cheers to that. Yeah, so this is as far as I've gotten. I've figured out this land. I started here. It's beautiful. I've decided, you know, playing with lava, while amazing and fun, maybe not the best first step, right? Really? So I've decided that I would play with water and make a moat, but I wanted to be cool about it still. So I found the highest point and I literally put my stairs there. That will be my way down. From these stairs leads my thing, and I can make a moat around this, and then I can have bridges connected to it. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm really excited to see what I make of this little natural tower. So let's get cracking, shall we? Let's dig in. Let's see what's going on. Okay, dig little dwarfs. I have some other jobs set up to... Oh, did they already do all their jobs? I would be doubtful. Oh, they did. They have moved things. Well, we should probably get the other stockpiles set up then. For the moment, we need furniture. We also need to probably change the meeting hall because them standing there means that they have a huge ways of traveling to get to where we're at. That's just no good. And one of my priorities, I think straight off, is I want to kind of focus on clothing. I want to do some loom work and some weaving. That would be something I haven't paid too much attention to before. And maybe this will be a proud base. Filled with demons. And the pure blood of dwarves. With pigtails outdoor crop. I'm thinking a mixture at first, but ultimately full pigtails. But that's a good point. I should set up my indoor area. I need to find a good spot for it. I think we found it. I think right here will be an amazing spot for it once we move everything. Or we could do this right now. No, it doesn't fall enough. So once we move the wood, I'm going to be channeling here and roofing it. And that will be also a little bit of fun. Which means we'll probably have to make the moat go down one more level. Whatever. That'll be fine. People understand that the moat will flow the way the moat flows. But yeah, I have some pigtail. I have some, well, I don't have the crops yet, but I don't imagine that's really hard in one of these areas. I could probably get all the crops necessary. Let's harvest a little bit while that's happening. And let's actually start getting, well, we don't have any ability to do that, so we need more barrels then. The issue in the last game I had was this really interesting series of problems where to solve another problem I needed to solve another problem. Ultimately, where it came to, I didn't have wood and no one was chopping it. It turned out I didn't have ore, I had no way to make the axes, all the military had the axes. It became a very painful experience that I'm gonna try to be more prepared for this time. It was rough. And I could get more ore. I started digging more ore, but that's when all the things fell apart. That's when the necros came. That's when the death started. So I didn't get the chance to get all the ore. But I had all my sexy magma workshops. Oh, I need to go and get lava right away. I want those magma workshops again. But I need to learn, one thing I need to do is learn how to go about it, right? I killed a dwarf playing with the magma the last time, and we can't let that happen. I need to be able to play with it without burning up some innocence. Okay, so no job for the mason, no job for the farmer, no surprise, no job for the mine. That is a problematic thing. I end up getting caught up talking a lot, and I end up not doing what I should be doing. So now we'll make some stockpiles for the food. Actually, let's make the stockpile to the right. And I'll do that. Food, drink. Yeah, that's perfect. The reason why we're doing that is I actually want the tavern to be slightly larger to make sure that they have the dance floor that they need, so their souls can be expressed in the power of dance, as dwarves' souls need to be. There we go. Getting those guys back to work. Now, we have a table, and we have a chair. Oh no, they didn't make the table? Why didn't you make the table? I told you. We need tables, dude. What are these if not tables? Well, you can... Oh yeah, that's right. This tile set. Ugh. This tile set has the fading kind of thing that goes on. Makes it a little tricky at the moment. Wood barrels, okay, good. Some more tables, some more chairs. And let's do some pedestals. Let's get ourselves a little bit of fruit, shall we? I think that would be great. Step ladders, actually. not pedestals. And let's build a couple step ladders. And we'll top it off with a bed. Actually, let's drop this guy down. We'll power cut, and then we'll just have it be repeating for now. Or we could just do the let's be smart. Let's just do the what is it? W? Yeah, the workflow plugin that comes with DFPack. We'll add a limit of any wood. I don't really care, and we'll just do a range of. We need to always have what 10 to 15 free barrels. We always want to have a barrel for every pocket. Afternoon, Stone. Welcome. Actually, it'd be better if I like showed off my mug. I decided to do a pretty short stream, truthfully. I have work here in about 45 minutes. If it wasn't for the fact I don't commute anymore, I wouldn't be able to do this. Hey all, I have work in about 15, but I'm lurking around. Well, have a good time working. I'll be there soon enough myself. Oh, and I'm getting a spam caller. Fun. How's life treating you, Stone? My life treated me harshly yesterday. Well, the dwarf life treated me harshly yesterday. My fort got completely ravaged and destroyed. It was sad. My dwarves didn't cry. They were too busy dying. But I felt for them. Yep, the pre-work stream in Mossy. Coming up here. And now we're just trying to get ourselves a little spot dug out where we can make a little place of our own. Only 2? Well, that's so lazy. And only 1? That's still enough, right? That's still enough to get us where we need to be. But yeah, after I start a fort, I have a hard time not thinking about it, and the fact I started it and only got like the stairs dug made me really want to play this morning. I was like, I need to jump in there and get my feet wet, you know? So I keep on turning up my voice slightly. As I've been messing around with the gains and which gains are where, I turned the gain off on my mic directly, so it might not pick up AC sounds. And I have the mic plugged into an amplifier, where I'm boosting it on the amplifier a little bit more in the hopes that all that's being boosted is the post pickup signal. Does it work that way? Probably not. It's picking up the AC when I talk, regardless of what I do. Oh, cool. I'm glad it sounds better than it did last night. That was the $1 million question, right? Dig, you little filthy bastards. Dig that fort. Make it great. Okay. So I think this time I'm going to be putting the crafts on a different floor, just straight out of the bat. I do like the fact that this is all nestled in this corner. I'm probably going to continue with the thought that the fort will be nestled at first in this quaint little place, and then we can branch out when we get to the second phase of the fort building. The Omega Fort of Doom. If anyone watches Hermit Crafters from Minecraft, they know that statement. A very Iscalian statement. But I want to have fun with this. I was starting to mess around with making pillars when I died before. And I was really liking the way that the pillar design kind of was turning out, so I want to continue that idea. But I believe that the pillars could even be larger. It's all about scale, right? I don't have the scale to need to make them larger. There's no reason to do that. Don't be silly, Mossy. But there is something really nice about this. But I think what would end up being better is if we put them here, only because then it gives a little bit more of a walkway on the other side. Let's dig out. I'm now getting kind of confused about which way is which. Digging and removing. Yeah, you can squeeze through here if you really want to. And then... No, and then. So we're gonna be... We're going to set it up where we... Okay, there we go. Yeah, this will be the beginning of some crafting stuff going on. Oh, this is, I don't know what's going to happen with this, but I'm really excited for this journey of what this floor is going to start looking. I'm really liking this beginning bit of idea generating. This is, oh, it looks sexy. I can't lie. I get excited about the simple things in life, people. The simple things in life. But, real quick, what I should do, because priorities and that whatnot, if only this was, like, easy to change the priority to. Like, everything on this floor just changed to 5. This makes me want to listen to some Childish Gambino. Camp is that album. That was a really good album, if anyone knows it. It's like when he fully came to his skill set, you know? He really stepped into, like, the main audience. His music before was good, but I didn't like it at the time. It was Camp that got me to like him, and then I could go back into listening, understand this evolving process to get him to where he is now. But I definitely think he showed huge strides in skill improvement every album. Just talking about a random person. Dig that kitchen out. Let's set up this meeting hall. At least for the moment, make it so they stop hanging out at the cart. Okay. They now have a meeting hall. And let's get these stockpiles in here that they might not want to be out in nature. First, leather. I doubt they have any bars and blocks, but we're just gonna give them a little space to unload the cart completely. We don't want them to get stolen, anything that we brought, and we've been out for a little while. The kobolds, they're getting greedy. They want all of our stuff. We don't want to. No dwarf should hang around the tamed animal that is the wagon. Yes, all dwarves ignore the wooden animal. It has completed its task and no longer shall be considered alive. You know, it'd be funny if there was like, you know how elves have this thought about living trees? What if dwarves had this thought about crafted products? It's like, no, that's sacred. It's a crafted product. You made it with your own hands. You can't tear that down. That's someone's crafted product. And then they get super offended if someone tries to like melt or do anything with products. I will never not be amused by the fact that wagons are I love this lore. I'm keeping it in my head. Dwarves are obsessed and give like living thought to anything they craft. The sentient masters, sentient crafters. That's what I'll call them. They're so good. They breathe life into stone. I love it. No, this is one of those things that I think this conversation wouldn't happen, at least for me, if I wasn't like half asleep, just trying to wake up. My mind is going to be really goofy, guys. A dwarf who makes a masterwork gets upset when they break, don't they? Yeah, exactly. I was trying to tell someone yesterday, be careful about making ballistas and shooting the projectiles, because someone's gonna get really good at making them and start getting upset that you're using them against the enemy. I was like, you're gonna find yourself in a funny situation there, but it's a situation you just have to deal with. Okay, so the dwarves are sad, so let's give them some beds. I think that's something we can do finally. One bed. My carpenter is not making any other beds. Why aren't you making beds, dude? I told you to make all the beds. Like 20 of them. Oh. The reason for that is plain to see now. I don't need to do that, but let's prioritize some beds first. And then the workflow will take over. So, we'll really quickly get rid of these stockpiles. We don't need that. What in the world is going on with that? Oh, okay. My mouse, maybe? Which I just learned that not only can the DF hack input a mouse that you can like change your cursor, but you can actively paint with the mouse. That is I mean, I should have realized. That was just me being dumb. But game changer. Sometimes it will just be easier to paint little designs with my mouse to get like patterns of ideas of how the curve's going to be, and then I can fill it in. That will really help when it comes to the creative process, I believe. We can only imagine. We can only hope. So I gave both miners, both of the miners that I picked are the ones that just do not get tired and are strong. So I'm really hoping that gets them to, dig faster. Get all that pent-up aggression out of the way. Though I've heard that there's a strategy where the early game miners become your late game military because of how strong they get wielding just their pickaxes, and pickaxes are just really powerful. And so a lot of people are like, you should make your miners train like once or twice a year. So I might try to do that in the fall. Give them a month of training if I can get a barrack set up really quick, which I'm going to try to blitz to a little bit faster than I have. Talking about blitzing to something, one thing that I always forget to do before it's too late is build a trade hall. So I'm just going to get ahead of it and build the depot now. But I need to assign someone the capability of is there a fun spot I can sneak it in? I guess this is the fun spot. Okay, right here. We will make this out of chopped down cherry wood. No, and peach wood. This is a travesty. Quartzite will be that. And the person that's going to be our architect will be our mason. No, gonna give the mason a lot of work to do then. That's fine. We're deal. Okay, I haven't gone through this. Okay. P, L, we got it. Other job. Cannot be alchemy. Straight up. Refuses to be an alchemist. Hates it. Swears up and down that it's the devil. I need to close the door real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, and I have a small little surprise. Let's see if I can open it up. Cat cam. I have myself a cute kitty. Kitty cam. Let me fix it though. Much better. Look at that, just cute old rom-com. Being all, yeah. That's Romulus. He's one of two cats I have, Romulus and Remus. They're both tabby Siamese mixes, and they are angelic little sweethearts. I love them to pieces. They're like little doggies. You can scrunch them, bury your face in their belly. You can like pick them up and just love on them, and they just deal. I don't know, maybe their soul's crushed. Maybe I've destroyed their will to live. But they seem to love it. They purr like they love it, and they demand for it. So I think it's a good relationship we got going on. I really did scrunch that in there, didn't I? Okay, so let's make ourselves a general... Okay, so at this point, I really like getting into the custom stockpiles because I like separating food and drink out and seeds from food. So I think it just, in my mind, it just makes sense. So we're just going to enable this. Excuse me. Block that. We'll have one stockpile for prepared food, one stock for just the drink. And then we will have unprepared food for the kitchen only. Sorry. Let's have all this clearing my throat action going on the screen. Okay, we can do that. And now we can permit. Perfect. So this is going to be the kitchen for now. But instead of digging anything out, we're going to let the dwarves dig below. Oh, they're going to be really quick, aren't they? I really don't need to wait. But let me forbid, allow all. I should have just done that. Forbid. Where's the seeds? Forbid. Okay. Unprepared fish. We'll forbid that too. There's no reason. And